All right, yogis. Hello, thank you for being here. I'm very, very honored that you chose to practice with me today. Let's start with just centering ourselves, bringing our mind to within our body. Let's take one of these mudras, two common mudras, which are hand gestures that are used in yoga, where you take your thumb and your pointer together like this. And then if you put them palms facing down on your lap, that's called a chin mudra. And that's a very grounding, introspective mudra that's used quite a bit for breathing and concentration and meditation. If you flip your palms up, keeping the thumb and the pointer together, that's the opposite. That's Jnana mudra. And that's a receptive mudra where you're opening yourself up and you're being extrospective. So depending on how you feel, whether you want to be grounded or receptive, maybe take one of these mudras and then close your eyes and start bringing everything into yourself. Get rid of the outside world. Don't think about what's happening in California or even in DC. Think about what's happening to you right at this moment as you breathe through your nose and feel your breath come in and out of your body. And then gradually deepen your breathing, really focusing on inhaling all the way down to your belly so that you're massaging all those internal organs, boosting your immunity, triggering that thoracic duct, which is at the bottom of your abdomen, or starts there and shoots all the way up your chest, distributing all of that important lymph fluid throughout your body to help your immunity. Slow, even, long and full breaths. And as you know by now, having been with me for a while, that is the most important thing you can do for your health. Hands down, no argument, proven research. Slow, deep, long breathing is the most important thing you can do for your health. At your own pace, concentrate on two more really deep, really long, really slow breaths. And then bring your breathing back to normal. And then one request a friend, a yogi, made is that we start oming in again. In my live classes, I always like to om in, but it somehow didn't have the same impact in a Zoom class, but let's go ahead and do it anyway if you'd like to join me. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki, the divine is the inner teacher. So even when oming, it doesn't have the same impact when as you're in a group and all that vibration around you. It still gives you your own vibration in your chest and in your head, and that helps really calm you and allow you to focus within. All right, we're going to start with some spinal twisting with breath. Let's take our hands to our chest in Namaste hands, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, push your fingertips up to the ceiling, way up, 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 up. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms in a T. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand on the right thigh, right hand behind. And take 3 Long breath. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. And this time we're going to inhale 4. Exhale, come back to center, facing forward. Bring your palms back together in your heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, let your right hand float down beside your hip. The left arm comes beside your ear. Stretch your left fingertips over to the right. Make sure that your sit bone doesn't come off the bolster. And breathe. Feel your left ribs open up. Feel your left shoulder stretch. Inhale up and exhale down. Once more, hands to the heart center. This is your Anahata chakra. Inhale up. Exhale, arms in a T. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand comes to the left thigh. Left hand behind. Breathe. Breathe again. Breathe again. And this time, inhale. As you exhale, turn your body back to center. And palms back to the center of the chest, to Anahata chakra. Inhale, push up with your fingertips. Exhale, your left hand floats down beside your hip. The right arm comes beside your ear, opening up your right rib cage. So we have a lot of lymph nodes in the armpit area. They're called axillary lymph nodes. And this type of stretch really helps stimulate all those. Our lymph nodes need help to work. This is one of the ways we help them work. That and breathing deeply. Push into your left hand, come all the way back up, and then back down. Take your fingertips to the tops of your shoulders and we'll warm up our shoulders and we'll further stimulate our axillary lymph nodes. We'll make little circles with our elbows. Bring your elbows up to shoulder height and just start making little circles. Bringing them elbows forward, up, back and down, forward, up, back and down. And then make the circles a little bigger with breath. So as you inhale, you're going to bring your elbows back. Exhale, bring them forward. Inhale, bring them back, opening your chest. Exhale, coming forward. Again, inhale, coming back, opening your chest. Exhale, coming forward. Inhale, and then exhale, coming forward. And then come back to neutral. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, bring the elbows together in front, touching. And then inhale, open. Exhale, bring the hands together, palms together behind your head. They don't have to touch, but you want your elbows high. And then inhale back to neutral. Okay, we'll repeat. Starting here, we'll inhale, exhale forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. Inhale, open. Exhale, forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. Inhale, open. Exhale, forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. And then come back to neutral. Drop your arms down. Shake your arms out for a moment. And then change the cross of your legs so we don't become too one-sided. And then we're going to hug our elbows. One hand is going to go on the opposite elbow. One hand on the opposite elbow. So let's all start together so I don't get confused. Let's put our right arm on top of our left arm. How about that? Right arm on top of our left arm. And then just push your elbows back behind your ears to feel your chest open a little bit more. Feel your biceps and triceps stretch here. And then keeping your right hand on the left elbow, just allow your right hand to drop down behind you. Your left hand, sorry, drop down behind you to tap yourself between your shoulder blades. And then keep using your right hand to coax that arm beside your ear and keep on pushing it back. This is a big, big stretch to the tricep area. And then slowly bring that arm back down, release, shake it out. And then we'll do the opposite arm on top. So this time, left arm is on top of the right, left elbow's on the right, left hand's on the right elbow, right hand's on the left elbow, left arm is on top. Push your arms back behind your ears, bring your chest forward, try to keep your neck relaxed. And now keeping your left hand on the right elbow, you're gonna let your right hand drop behind you. Pat yourself on the back between your shoulder blades and use that left hand to coax the elbow back further behind the ear. And breathe. And slowly release and shake that out. That's a big, big stretch. I hope you felt that all in your shoulders and your biceps and your triceps. And you're hitting all your axillary lymph nodes in your armpits. Okay, please come on to hands and knees, patting your knees as needed. We want to keep our knees happy. And we'll start in the table position. And, oh, I don't have my blocks. Have your blocks handy within reach. Okay, so when you're into your table position with your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, we'll grease our hinges, lubricate our joints, take a deep breath flat back. Exhale, bring your hips towards your heels. Very slowly, feeling your joints lubricate. Inhale, come back to table. Exhale, back to child pose, hips to the heels. Feel every joint move slowly. Inhale, back to table. So all our synovial fluid in our knees, our hips, our shoulders, our wrists are being greased here. One more time, come on back to your heels. And then return to table. Flat back, deep breath in. Exhale, push into your cat back, tuck in your tailbone, tuck your chin, roll your spine upward, feel your vertebra open, push the mat away so you can feel your shoulder blades separate on your back. And then inhale, as you drop your belly down into a banana back, into your cow pose, stretch your skull forward, tailbone back, extending the spine long. And then exhale once more, pushing into your cat back, feeling what your shoulder blades are doing on your back, feeling your spine. And then one more time, slowly inhale, big, long, deep through your nose, let your belly drop down. Feel how your shoulders come down from your ears, the tips of your shoulder blades come together on your back, and your spine is extending long. And then come back to neutral table. Inhale as you lift your right knee up to your chest, tuck your chin, nose to knee. Inhale, send the leg back, and then drop your toes down on the mat behind you. So your right leg is extended behind you. Put weight into your left hand, and then we're going to open twist to the right. And then that arm comes back down. Keep your leg extended behind you. Walk your right foot over to the left side of your body. Look over your left shoulder. Cat looking at its tail. Couple more breaths here. And then walk the foot back so that it's extended straight behind you. Lift your leg off the mat so it's parallel to the ground, and then lift your left arm into a balancing table. This is really good for your core stability. And breathe several deep breaths here. Good. One more deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring the hand down, bring the foot down, and bring the knee in. And then what we're going to do now is step up the right foot to between our hands, and this is where your blocks come in handy. You can place your hands on a block on either side of your right foot. And then make sure your right knee is lined up above the ankle. So your blocks can be on any height here, whatever suits you, so that you can keep your spine long and you can get that knee stabilized over the ankle. Scoot your left knee back as far as you can to still be comfortable, but you want that quadricep to feel stretch on the left side here. Get light in your fingertips. And then we're gonna raise up into our Anjani Asana, palms facing each other, arms to the ceiling. And then we're going to do that elbow grab again. The right arm is going to go on top of the left arm. Grab opposite elbows. And then push the arms behind as you bring your chest forward. And maybe look up and breathe. Release your elbows. Bring your hands back down to the blocks. And straighten your front leg as you walk the blocks back towards your hips. So this is a half of a split. You want to keep your spine long. So keep your head in line with your spine. Don't let your chin drop here. Again, your blocks can be at any height. And the front leg is straight but not locked. Make sure there's a slight little bend in that knee. Keep your toes pointing up and your knee pointing up as you let your chest melt down. And breathe a few breaths here and release into this stretch. Ardha Hanuman, this is called half of a split. Because you can imagine if your other leg was straight back behind you, that would be a full split. And walk the blocks back towards your foot as you rebend your knee. Come light in your fingertips again, and then come on up to Anjani Asana again. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Bring your hands down to the inside of your right foot, and then walk your right foot out to the outside edge of your mat so that we can come into lizard pose. So now we're going to just sink down onto our block or the mat with our forearms, stretching open that hip. So the knee is going to be somewhere near the the shoulder, and the arms are flat on a block or the mat. There's a wide bend. Make sure you keep a wide bend in your right leg and that the foot is at least head level or forward of the head. Lizard pose. This is called Prasthasana in Sanskrit. So there are a lot of lymph nodes in our groin area. They're called inguinal lymph nodes. Also in our pelvic area. So this is helping stimulate all those lymph nodes that need to be stimulated to boost our immune system. Slowly push back up to your hands. Walk your foot all the way back in. Come back to table. Flat back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, go into your cat back again, tucking your chin, tucking the tail, flexing the spine. Inhale to your cow, your banana back, extending your spine long, and then return to table. Deep breath with a flat back. Exhale, bring your left knee up toward your chest, tuck your chin, nose to knee, and then left leg goes straight back behind you, and then the left toes come down on the mat behind you. Put weight into your right hand, steady up so that you can raise your left arm and twist open to the left. One more big breath. And bring the arm down. Keep your leg extended behind you. Walk the foot over to the right side of your body. Look over your right shoulder. See your tail. A couple of breaths here. And then the foot comes back behind you. The knee comes back down. Grabbing your blocks again. You're going to bring that left foot up between your blocks. You're going to scoot the right knee back as far as you can to feel a quad stretch. Make sure your left knee is lined up over the ankle. That's the best position to protect your knee. And then get light in your fingertips here so that you can bring your arms up to Anjaneyasana. And this time we're going to hug our elbows, left arm over the right arm. And push your arms back so that your top of your arms come behind your ears. Lean backward, push your chest forward and breathe. Big heart opener here. Big stretch and stimulation to your axillary lymph nodes. And release. Bring the hands down to the blocks. Straighten the front leg as you walk the blocks back toward your hips. Whatever height you want the blocks to be is fine, as long as you can keep a straight spine. And then keeping your foot flexed and your knee pointing up, you're going to allow your chest to come down toward your leg, but don't hunch your back. Only come as far as you can to keep your spine long and straight. Think about shoulders away from your ears. Think about the top of your head in line with your spine. And breathe. Big, deep, slow breaths. Okay. Walk the blocks back up. Rebend the knee. Get light in your fingertips again. And come in up to Anjaneyasana, palms facing each other. Look up between your arms, lean back, breathe. Chest forward. One deep breath here. Exhale, let your hands float down. Come on into the inside of your left leg. Walk the left foot out so that we can come into lizard pose on this side. So now you're going to rest on, you can either stay on your hands or you can come on down to your forearms, either on blocks, bolster, or the mat. And once again, your knee is somewhere near your shoulder. Wide angle in the leg. The foot is at your head level or forward of your head. And breathe while we stimulate all the inguinal lymph nodes in this area. And your pelvic area has a lot of lymph nodes as well. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, Come back up to your hands. Walk your foot back around. Return to table position. Spread your fingers wide. Keep your knees about hip width distance apart. Tuck your toes and we'll push up to downward facing dog. So really bring your hips way up in the air here. Spread your fingers. Push down on all 10 fingers. Bend the knuckles slightly so they bear a little bit of weight. So you're taking some weight off your wrists that way. Push the mat away from you and rotate your thighs inwards slightly. Squeeze your forearms toward each other. Feel your shoulders roll out. And now we're going to walk up to our hands with bent knees. And then very slowly rise up. And then inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. And then come into Tadasana and pause for a couple of breaths here. Get your shoulders away from your ears. Bring your belly button in, chest forward. Rotate your thighs inward slightly so your muscles in your legs are engaged. Breathe. And then we'll go into our balancing, a one-legged balance. Actually, this is a one-legged balance and a two-legged balance. So this is going to be a crane to crescent pose. So your crane arms, the bird arms look like this. Your fingers are pointed down, you're soft in your wrists, you're soft in your elbows, your shoulders are away from your ears. We're going to shift the weight into the left foot as we bring up the right foot in front of us. This is your crane pose. Take a couple of breaths here while you're focusing on something. And then kick your foot behind you as far as it'll go. And then bring your arms up beside your ears, palms facing each other. This is the upward crescent pose. So you're on your back toes. If that doesn't feel good to you, you can always put your back foot down. But if you want to stay on your toes, it is a little bit of a balance challenge. And then open your chest forward. Good. Bring your arms into gold post arms. And then lean backwards, open your chest even more, look up and breathe. Okay, now shift your gaze back forward. Bring your arms back to your crane arms, fingers pointing down, and then you're going to shift your weight onto your left foot as you bring your right foot forward back to your crane. And breathe a couple of breaths here. Very good. And then relax and shake all that out. Excellent. That's a lot of work on the standing leg, which really builds muscle. And muscle in your legs protect your knees. That's the whole point of having muscles in your legs, is to protect your knees. Back to Tadasana, getting an erect spine. We'll do the other side now. Come into your crane arms. Shift the weight to the right foot. Bring the left foot up. Couple of breaths here. And then very slowly step back, far back as you can reach. Arms come beside your ears, palms facing each other into our upward crescent. Goal post arms, chest forward, look up, breathe. Now that football season's here, just you can imagine touchdowns. You may not be there, but you can imagine them. Okay, shift your gaze back forward. Bring your arms back to your bird arms, your crescent arms as you Bring your foot back up in front of you, hopefully without putting it down, and then breathe here for a few moments. And release. Very good. Shake all that out. Okay, now we'll do a little bit of a flow. Have your blocks handy. And then please come toward the front of your mat. And then inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, push up with your fingertips. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, crescent left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Pause for a breath. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Upward salute. Exhale, come into your chair pose. Couple of breaths here. And then inhale all the way back up. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come into your chair. Inhale here. Exhale, hands on your thighs. Flatten your back. Extend your spine long. Bend your knees a lot. And then take your left hand onto your right ankle. And then lift your right arm open to the right as you straighten your right leg. And then that hand comes down. Put the right hand on the left ankle or shin, and then open your arm to the left as you straighten your left leg. And then bend that knee, come back forward, slowly rise up. Inhale, exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. Okay, we're gonna put all of that together, and then I'm gonna add one more element to that. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, push up. Exhale, crescent right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, come into chair. Inhale, exhale, hands on thighs, straighten the legs, flatten the back, stretch the spine long. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees, bring your hands down to the mat. Left hand comes onto the right shin or ankle. The right arm twists open to the right, straightening your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands back down. Place them on the blocks beside your feet. Step your right foot back to a high lunge. So you want to make sure your left knee is above the ankle. You can use your blocks or you can put your hands on the mat, whatever suits you, but you want to keep a nice, long, straight spine. The blocks make it more accessible to keep your spine long, keep your hips level here. And then we'll do some arm rotations to stimulate the axillary lymph nodes by bringing your left arm forward and then up to 12 o'clock, and then behind you down to 6 o'clock. And then we'll do that with breath. Inhale, bring the arm forward, up, exhale, back and down. Inhale, forward, up, exhale, back and down. Inhale, forward, up, exhale, back and down. Place your hand back on the block. Shift your weight into your left foot so you can step up with your right foot. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Okay, we'll do the other half of this flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, push your fingertips up. Exhale, crescent left. Inhale, up. Exhale, chair. Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands on your thighs, straighten your legs, flatten your back. This is called half of a forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees a lot, bring your hands down to the mat. Take your right hand onto your left ankle. And then you're gonna lift your left arm open as you twist to the left, straightening your left leg, keeping your right knee bent. Inhale. Exhale, rebend the knee, bring the hands back down onto your blocks, which are on either side of your feet. Step your left foot back to a high lunge. Now, if keeping your knee off the mat is bothering you, then you always bring the back knee down. But we're going to try to do it with the back knee lifted if it's okay for your body. Put weight into your left arm and then let the right arm swing forward and then up, back, and down with breath. Inhale, forward, up, back, down. Inhale, forward, up, exhale, back, and down. Inhale, forward, up, exhale, back, and down. One more inhale, forward, up, exhale, back, and down. Return your hands to the block and push weight into your right foot as you step up with your left foot. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then pause back into Tadasana. Okay, so I want to work on our Warrior 3 sequence that we did a couple of weeks ago, if you were here. So we're doing it with blocks. Bring your blocks right in front of your body. And you'll probably want them at the highest height. Now, you can also use a chair here if you don't have blocks, or if you want something a little higher than blocks, just take a steady chair that doesn't move, that you can lean on. And you'll see why in a moment. So come into Tadasana pose with your blocks about, oh, I don't know, 1.5 feet in front of your feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold, and bring your hands down onto the blocks. So now adjust the distance between your feet and the blocks so that you can feel like you can get squared up like a square table, except now your hands are on blocks. So your hips are over your ankles, your shoulders are over your wrists. From here, we're going to take our right foot and kick it back behind us and make your leg parallel to the ground and level your hips. So again, you might have to adjust the position of your blocks to make this feel balanced for you. And then just take a couple of breaths here. And then bring that leg down. And then keeping your right hand on the block, you're gonna let your left arm come forward. Keep both feet on the mat. So now just your left arm is floating parallel to the ground in front of you. And then that hand comes down. So now we're going to do opposite arm and leg. So your right leg goes back behind you again. And your left arm comes in front. So this is just like the balancing table that we did earlier. We were on our hands and knees. This is just on our feet. And now if you want to get your balance here, you can take your right hand and come onto your fingertips, maybe on the block, and then find a focal point if you want to try to let go, but it's not You don't have to. This is just a little exercise in balance. And then if you have let go, bring the hands back down and then bring the foot back down and then slowly rise up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. So what I'm showing you, see, Warrior 3, this is just stages of building Warrior 3. Warrior 3 is simply this, without the blocks, with level hips. But using the blocks kind of helps you build to that pose, which is a very challenge balance pose. All right, let's do the other side now. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold, hands on blocks. Square up your table here so that your wrists underneath your shoulders, your ankles are below your hips. And we're just now going to keep our hands on the blocks, just kick the left leg back behind you. Level your hips. Don't allow that left hip to come up. You want to level your hips. And the left foot comes down. Keeping both feet on the mat, let's just lift our right arm forward. Think about keeping your hips level. Arm beside the ear. Spine is long. Your knees can be slightly bent. And then that hand comes back on the block. We're going to kick the left foot back again. Reach the right arm forward, so we're having our balancing table upright. And then here's where you can just challenge your balance. If you want to try to let go of the block, just maybe even lift your hand off the block. If you want to try to bring your arms in front into the full airplane pose, you can try that. And then bring your hands back down to the blocks and bring your foot back down to the mat. And very slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Tadasana. So we're going to descend to the mat through downward facing dog. If you haven't seen me show you how to use the blocks for downward dog, I'm going to do that now because it's a useful thing to have, because sometimes your wrists get sore in a full downward dog. The blocks just help elevate your front end of your body so that the weight goes more to the back end. It's very useful if you're just learning downward dog especially. So here's how it's going to work. You're going to inhale up. Exhale, bend your knees and bring your hands down onto the blocks. So the blocks are at a slight V. And you can either put your thumb behind the back end of the block or just place your hands on top of the block, just as if they were on the mat. You're just going to claw your fingers on the block instead. Your middle finger is facing forward and your palm is at the edge of the block. And then you're just going to step your feet back into your downward dog. And you're just pushing the blocks just as if you were pushing the mat. Widen your fingers, press into all 10 fingers. Squeeze your forearms together, just like you would do if your hands were on the mat. Tailbone way up in the air. And see if this makes a difference for you, getting more weight into the back end of your body so your wrists don't take so much burden. Bend the knuckles so they take some pressure. And now bring the knees down to the mat. And then sit all the way back to child pose. Bring your hips back as far as they will come towards your heels. And then rest your head either on your block, on your hands, or on the mat, whatever suits you. You just want to put a little bit of pressure on that forehead, the third eye, which is the Ajna chakra, which has a profound sense of relaxation when you put pressure on that area. It does something to help calm our sympathetic nervous system. And in doing so, you're helping your immunity, because reducing stress is a big part of helping your immune system. Okay, please push back up. Come seated on a bolster if you like, with your legs in front of you. This is the staff pose. Bring your shoulders down from the ears. Both legs extended in front. Feet up, knees up. Bend the right knee, bring it in towards your chest, and take your foot and put it on the outside edge of the left leg. Take your left arm, hug the knee into your chest. Keep the spine nice and long. Inhale, right arm comes forward. Exhale, we're going to twist all the way around. Plant the right hand behind you. Use that as a kickstand to keep your spine vertical while you twist. Use your left arm as leverage to help you twist and breathe. Big breath in and exhale as you twist back forward. Unravel that leg, straighten your right leg, bend your left knee. The left foot comes on the outside of the right leg. Right foot stays flexed, pointing up. Take the right arm, hug the knee into the chest. Bring the crown of your head up as you inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, left arm behind you. Using your left hand to keep your spine vertical as you twist. Using your right arm to help you leverage the twist. And breathe. Deep, full breaths as you relax here. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly come back to center. And then please come onto your backs and grab your strap. So you won't be able to see me while you're on your back, so I'm going to try to be very explicit. You want the strap to be very long, no loop in the strap, just one very long strap. And then grab your strap someplace in the middle. Bend your knees, feet flat on the mat to start with. Flatten your shoulders on the mat and allow your lower back to be neutral here so that you have a little bit of space between your low back and the mat. Now bend the knees into your chest and take the strap and wrap it around your feet, the balls of your feet. And then slowly straighten your legs so that the balls of your feet, the soles of your feet are facing the ceiling. And using your hands on the strap to support your legs in a perpendicular shape to your body. So this is a reclined staff pose, Supta Dandasana. This is what we do sitting up all the time, having this L shape in our body, legs straight in front of us. And now just tug gently on the strap and see if you can bring your feet a little bit more toward your head. Feeling those hamstrings. Okay, now widen your hands on the belt as far as your belt allows, and then widen your feet on the belt in a V shape above your head. So as far as your feet will go and as far as your hands will go on the belt. So you're still using the belt now to keep your feet up toward the ceiling in this V-sit shape, pulling on the straps to bring your feet toward your head. And this is also something we do seated. When we're seated, this is called Upavista Konasana, upright angle pose. And recline, it's called something that I made up, but it's real. Supta means reclined. Dvipada means 2 foot. Parivrtta means separated. Konasana means angle pose. Reclined, separated, 2 foot angle pose. Okay, slowly bring your feet back together. Grab hold of your belt, bend your knees, and remove the belt. Grab your block, lift your hips, place your sacrum on the block. And then either stay here with your feet on the mat or allow your legs to come up into your waterfall pose. Viparita Karani is a Sanskrit term for this. Enjoy this mild inversion, which is very, very good for your immune system, temporarily taking the pressure of gravity off your organs and allowing them to be massaged a different way, stimulating the spleen, which is a big part of your lymphatic system. Let your blood flow recirculate. Any edema in the lower extremities will be helped here. Having your chest open helps stimulate your thymus. And then very slowly, please bend your knees and bring your feet back down to the mat. Lift your hips, remove the block. Bring both knees into your chest. Hug your knees in, roll on your spine. One direction and then the other. And then please prepare your body for Shavasana, our final relaxation pose, which is very, very crucial to our immune system, quieting our mind for a few moments every day. And once you have a comfortable reclined position, please focus on your breath. Focus on relaxing your body, taking a body scan, finding any areas of tension and releasing them. And one very good way to relax the mind is through imagery. And this poet that I've been profiling, Mary Oliver, is famous for the imagery in her poems. So I will read to you one of her poems from her book of devotions. This is called The Sun. Have you ever seen anything in your life more wonderful than the way the sun, every evening, relaxed and easy, floats toward the horizon and into the clouds or hills or the rumpled sea and is gone? And how it slides again out of the blackness every morning on the other side of the world like a red flower, streaming upward on its heavenly oils, say on a morning in clear summer, as its perfect imperial distance. And have you ever felt for anything such wild love? Do you think there is anywhere in any language a word billowing enough for the pleasure that fills you as the sun reaches out, as it warms you, as you stand there, empty-handed? Or have you too turned from this world? Or have you too gone crazy for power, for things? Please bring your focus back to your breath and slowly deepen your breathing as you very gently wake up your body, making small movements. And then please very slowly bend your knees toward your chest and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And in doing so, you're sealing off the hot masculine side of your body, which is fiery and bright. And you're exposing the cool feminine side of your body, which is calm, dark, and collected. And you will be carrying that calmness with you throughout the rest of your day. Please very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. I'm going to do my closing chant. If you at home would like to join me, please do so. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And that means, may the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki. And that means, may the victory of light overcome all darkness. Victory to that light. Jai Yogis. Namaste.